Gentlemen, welcome back to an edition of the TurnBucklePad. Want you to welcome another big name who's making a hell of a racket in the business. Say hello to Balisttc Brent Brooks.
How you doing, fans? A few questions for me, I understand.
We do. We've been seeing you in the ring. We've seen you around. We've seen you kicking ass with Flexappeal. Fans want to know a little bit more about you. How did you get into business?
Well, I'll tell you what. It started when I was about 7 or 8 years old. My father was promoting tri-state wrestling. He was promoting in the late 80s. I began passing out flyers at various shows for him. I would tag along and help put up the ring and things of that nature. I stuck around. I kept trying to learn and absorb things of that business. And before you know it, I went on to a training camp. I trained for about 6 months. I learned the Lucha Libre style and American style. I was wrestling in states where you didn't need a license at the time. I'm 15 years old. Kept on wrestling when I was 18. I got my license through the State Athletic Commission of Illinois and just kept pursuing until about 2003. I kind of faded out, got back into my regular life, a regular job, and had to take care of business. But I've been recently back in the business over the last year and a half, and I'm proud to be back and just trying to really make a name for myself and get out there. And from the feedback I've been getting, I feel like I'm doing well. So I'm going to keep it going. I'm committed to the CSW and I'm committed to this business, and the sky's the limit for me. No restriction whatsoever.
What were your inspirations? Who motivated you? Who made you say one day, I want to get up and I want to do this?
Well, like I said, my father promoted in the 80s. That was a big encouragement. And wrestler-wise, I would say people even as far back as Dick the Bruiser, the Crusher, the Road Warriors, and to be more up to date, Shawn Michaels. I find myself being a little bit of each one of those guys, and I try to be myself, but try to incorporate some of their style into what I do and make the best of it. And like I said, sky is definitely the limit. My goal here is to make it to the top, and there will not be any self-restriction in doing that.
You sound like you base yourself a lot from the traditional age of wrestling. What do you like about wrestling now compared to the way it was when you first came in?
I like wrestling more now because you're getting all age groups, you're getting women involved, you're getting a lot more people, I think, because it has went to sports/entertainment. Whereas, when I first started, it was still a little bit just, straight up wrestling and old school, which is fine, but, it just wasn't going over with the crowd anymore. It just wasn't a big deal. And I think the way we do things now in the business is getting everybody plugged in. We're rocking the house, and I'm proud to be a part of that.
Well, one final question we have that we ask to everybody that comes on the show. What advice can you give to someone that wants to get into this business or is still new in the business?
I definitely would say take your time. Don't rush it. I know we all want to make it to the top, but if you rush it, you can get hurt. Make sure you have the proper training. Make sure you're eating healthy, you're working out. Those are all contributing things to being a pro wrestler. It's not just put on an outfit and jump in the ring. There's a lot more to it. So definitely do those things and never give up, because you can get that call when you least expect it.
Is there anything you want to shout out to?
I would like to shout out to my father, who's overseas. He's a fire chief/promoter, and I want to thank him for getting me involved in this business. Also my mother, who has been involved in professional wrestling years back. She's been a big inspiration as well.
All right, fans. Well, you heard it here from Balisttc Brent Brooks. Keep your eye on him, and make sure you get his autograph soon. Thank you, Brent. You take it easy, man.
Thank you.